Very good morning to all my students. Today I, Tarun sir, is going to describe the summary of a very lengthy chapter, that is the blue bead, included in the curriculum of grade 10 ICSE board. The writer of this chapter is Noora Burke. In this chapter you will come to know about a very courageous girl who is only 12 years old. Her name is Sibia. She actually saves the life of a woman from a crocodile. I know this is very shocking to hear, that how come a 12-year-old girl can save the life of a woman, that too from a crocodile. So let's understand the title. The blue bead is actually a bit confusing in the beginning, because in the beginning you will come to know about Sibia's poor life. She is living below poverty line. She is living in a forest. About the bazaars near to her forest. About different communities. So there is no mention of blue bead in the beginning. But at the end the title gets justified when Sibia finds a blue bead for her necklace. Now what is a blue bead? It's a kind of a shining ornament. Let's not waste time in what is a bead, because you people might be knowing this. Even you can search it on Google. It's a kind of a gem. So the title in the beginning is confusing, but at the end is justified. Theme of such chapter is number 1, power and courage. In today's date also we find that there are selfless people, not selfish people, and Sibia is one of them. Age does not have anything to do with courage. Sibia has proved this in the chapter. This is what I mentioned, a 12-year-old girl. Second thing, it's a very big question, and it is also one of the themes. Are we really paid for our good deeds? Does God pay us for our good deeds? In this chapter, yes. According to this chapter, yes, Sibia was rewarded. And what did she get? She got a blue bead after she saved the life of a Gujjar woman. Let's understand the chapter. The chapter is divided into 6 parts. Students, listen to this very carefully. The chapter is divided into 6 parts. Number 1, description of the crocodile. Number 2, description of Sibia. Number 3, description of the bazaars. Number 4, description of the Gujjar community. Number 5, description of Gujjar women. And the final description is the encounter of Sibia with the crocodile. So come on, let's start with the first description, that is the crocodile. Why there has been a mention of this crocodile? Because Sibia, the jungly people, they have to cross the river in order to collect paper grass. That is their mode of livelihood. So they have to encounter these wild reptiles, for example, wild crocodiles and big turtles. Then only they can cross the river and reach the cliffs to collect paper grass. So look how beautifully Noora Burke has described about the crocodile. Crocodile is ferocious and formidable. It has a very strong body that even rifle bullets cannot pierce into it. Blackish brown body from the above, yellowish from the below. Only one slap of a tail can kill anyone. It feeds upon pig, dogs, cows, skeleton, monkeys, and then moves its movement to the Indian Western Ghats to eat the half-burnt Indian bodies, hatched 100 years ago from an egg, ready to catch its prey. Such a clever and cunning animal. Yes, it is personification. Such a clever and cunning animal the crocodile is. It hides itself in such a manner in the river or under the slough that no one can even come to know that a crocodile is nearby. There are few amazing facts of a crocodile, that noise frightens crocodile. Soon it's born. Born means out of an egg. It is ready to defend itself. No training required. A crocodile does not require any training. There is one important point, that a crocodile is an antediluvian saurian reptile. You can check it, even it is mentioned in your books, which means that the crocodile is of biblical times. And apart from this, the reptiles having borders. But unfortunately, in this chapter you will come to know a crocodile is defeated by a 12-year-old girl. Let's understand life of Sibia. Sibia is a 12-year-old poor girl. She is born to toil, which means that she is born to work. She husks corn, dries dungs, cooks food, moves into the forest without slippers. She has not enjoyed a one-time proper meal ever in her life. She is a starving girl. These are junglis, you know that how they live. Sometimes she also moves with her mother. She accompanies her mother to collect paper grass also. But like other girls, even Sibia has this fascination of silver embroidery, shining things, bracelets, embroidery, ornaments. She is preparing a necklace, poor girl. She is preparing a necklace. And how? She collects the seeds of fruits and all. You won't believe, look at the heights of poverty. One day when she was trying to pierce that seed, the needle broke down. Now the family does not have even this much money that they could get a second needle. Sibia visits the bazaars, sometimes along with her parents and brothers. She only does, in today's language, in modern language, we call it as window shopping. She does not have money to purchase, but she enjoys visiting the bazaars, where she sees sweet meat stalls, cotton roll stalls, and she is starving. She looks towards the women who are wearing shining ornaments and all. Let's come to the Gujjar community. Gujjar is actually a caste in India. And Gujjar community people are called nomads as per this chapter. Moving from one place to another, very tough people. They collect paper grass, sell it to the agents, and agents further sell it to the paper mills. This is how they earn. Gujjar women, they wear silver earrings made out of melted rupees. They wear trousers, tight trousers, and they keep on changing their place from one hill to another. Gujjar women also collect river water. So let's understand now the encounter of Sibia, that where and when did it happen. One day Sibia accompanied her mother and other neighbors to the top of the cliffs in order to collect paper grass. In between, they had to encounter that wild reptile, that is the crocodile. They used to scream and shout because noise frightens crocodile, and this is how they used to cross the river. And this time also they did so. Now what happened? Slowly they reached to the top of the cliff. In between they encountered a Gujjar encampment. But again the same thing, these all are junglis. So the Gujjar people did not say anything. Mother and the neighbors, they collected the paper grass and they wanted to return as soon as possible so that they can serve their animal. Sibia was left there. She was watching the clay cups. Later on, when Sibia came down, she sat on a boulder. She unloaded her load. She is carrying her hay fork and paper grass. Now what is a hay fork? Hay fork is a pointed instrument which is actually used for catching fish or cutting grass. You can use it in many ways. But yes, it is a really pointed instrument. Sibia sat on a boulder. There came a Gujjar woman to collect river water. As soon as she had bent down to collect river water, the clever crocodile that was hiding plunged on one of the legs of the Gujjar woman and started to drag it towards the river water and disappear. But Fortunately, the Gujjar woman caught hold of a timber wood, and that timber wood stuck between two boulders. Sibia, she did not waste time. From boulder to boulder, she jumped and stood beside the shrieking woman. Look at the clever crocodile. The clever crocodile lost the grip of the leg. The clever crocodile lost the grip of one of the legs that it was holding. Why? Because the eyes of the crocodile rotated towards Sibia. One slap of a tail could really turn Sibia into pieces. But my God, what a courageous girl. She aimed at the crocodile's eyes with the hay fork. The crocodile started to bleed. The eyes started to bleed and red in convulsion disappeared. Sibia, she helped the Gujjar woman to move towards the camp, stopped the wounds with the help of sand. But the boys of the camp saw the Gujjar woman required really a medical aid. They took her to the hospital. Sibia was really carefree. She again came to the seashore where to collect her paper grass and hay fork. Now the title is going to be justified. She found a blue bead for her necklace. Returned to her house, her anxious mother questioned her, Sibia, where have you been? Sibia says that, mother, something did I found a blue bead for my necklace. So hence the moral of the story is that you do good to others, you will definitely be rewarded by God. And now her necklace was prepared. She got a blue bead finally. You can log into my channel Desire Career Point by Tarun Sir. For my live sessions, online classes, you can call me at 9839305466. I teach all grades from 9 to 12. CBSE, ICSE and ISC board. Thank you so much, class.